Welcome to this video guys. In this video, we will actually try to understand why experienced developers can't get hired in 2026 or what are the mistakes which experienced developer do which makes them not get hired by the companies, and these mistakes are becoming severe in 2026. Why these are? All these things we will try to understand, so you will be better equipped with all the knowledge or all the action steps which you should take to increase your probability of getting good opportunity or switching the job change. The very first thing which the experienced people ignore is their resume. They write the resume for the wrong audience. Now, why I'm saying wrong audience? Now, you would have seen people nowadays writing resume whose structure is something like this. You would have seen this. They will have fancy pick here. They will have fancy pick here. There are some stars which will tell them in which thing they have more experience. Then some fancy things, right? Then they will have some section here. Then here there all information. All these resumes are very good for humans. They write, the experienced guys write the resume which is very friendly, human friendly, you can say. So if humans will see their resume, they will fall in love with that resume. But the tragedy of this 2026 is all HR people uses AI tool to filter the resumes, filter the candidates. Okay. So most of the experienced developer who writes human friendly resume, they are the first one which are getting filtered out. So this is one of the mistake which you should avoid. You should write ATS friendly. ATS is applicant tracking system. So this is actually a AI system which HR team uses, whatever AI system they have, to scan the resumes. So you are making your resume for the AI. You should start making your resume for the AI, not for the humans. And AI it will scan your resume based on what? Based on keywords, right? So you need to see JD, what is the JD is saying, and make sure what are the keywords the JD has. You should have those keywords in your recent job responsibilities section or description section. Make sure all your keywords are there in your in your resume in the recent job description section, and then you see what happens. The chances of yours getting calls, getting selected will get skyrocketed. So this is the first thing which people ignore. So start making resume for the AI. Next is on LinkedIn or anywhere, people will say open to work. This is fine. You can set it, but the problem here is what it shows is for the recruiter is they sees that you are open to work since long time and still you are not getting the job. So they think that there is a serious problem. They also think that you might be laid off, you might be struggling one to get the job. So understand this one rule: anyone who has a need or struggling, right? They will not get the job. So you need to be cool. Analyze all the situation, how the system works, and then you appear for interviews and you will get a job. But if you show a lot of desperation, right? On all your platforms, you are asking for referrals to your friends on your LinkedIn and all those stuffs, then this will decrease your chances in 2026, because there are the AI tools which even scans your LinkedIn profiles. And most of the job descriptions, right? Most of the job portals where you apply, like Workday, Greenhouse, Oracle Cloud, all these have a field where they ask for your LinkedIn profile. So don't advertise that you are open to work. Do it silently, right? So this is the another thing. Third thing, with 10 years of experience or with 2+ years staying in same company, if you think that you have a good interview skills, then that is your mistakes. And this is the mistake which most of the experienced people do. They think that they have a good experience, they are good, they can easily crack the interview. But that is not the case. 10 years experienced guy will have a pathetic, rusty DSA skills, system design skills, architectural skill, because he got comfortable in his job and he might be doing some kind of mentoring, monitoring, team level work, repetitive work in his current job. He lost the track of all the real things which are important. He might be monitoring the people who are doing the real things, but he is not doing it. He just monitoring. So when somebody asks this guy to write algorithm, he will going to get rejected because he doesn't have that skill. So you need to learn these things very deeply to before appearing for the interview. Okay, and it's not easy. You don't underestimate this. Start learning it, and then you will increase your chances of cracking the interviews. Next thing which is making people ignore is anchoring salary anchoring. So what it says is most of the senior people, what they are doing, they have lost the touch of the real time, right? Because they have spent a good amount of years in the current job. They might be 2 years, 4 years, they have lost, and their thinking is they will get 30% hike, they will get 50% hike. So if someone has a 50 lpa salary, right, he will ask, I want 75 or I want 65 lpa. But understand this, nowadays market doesn't echo the same sentiment. They doesn't have a standards. Now the standards are broken in the market. So if you have 50, you might get 55, but get it. My point is, you get that offer of 55. But if at the beginning only you say that I want 65, you are out from the race. And companies are doing it. Whenever they will call you, right, after their ATS system has selected you, they will call you and they will ask what is your expectation. And if you say that I am expecting 30% hike, that is 65 LPA, for example, from 50 LPA to 65 LPA, you are gone. You will not be contacted again. So never anchor your salary point in the, or never tell your salary expectation to the HR. Understand this. Next point is, let's take a fifth point, being experienced, right? People starts telling the past project experience. Now understand this, nobody interested what you did. If you have, for example, if you have 10 years of experience, right, nobody is interested what you did from 1 to 8 years. Everyone nowadays interested in only 2 years, what you did in these 2 years. Everybody wants to know what you are doing in AI. Nobody wants to know in 2026 what technology you work. But the experienced people, right, they think that in past they did some breakthrough work, and they think that I will explain that work in the interview. No, that will not work out. That strategy will not work out. People don't want to listen to that. You explain something which you did in the 2 years, what you did recently, explain that. Then next point is referrals. 2026 is dominated by referrals. You agree with me or not, but the hiring whatever is happening via referrals. So you need to start opting for referrals. But the rule of referral is, if you give referral, then only you will get referral. So start building networking is something which will save you in this AI age. So start building your referrals. Seventh quick point is, you are being compared with people with less experience. Okay, so you are being compared with the people with less experience. Why this is? Because the less experienced people, now 10 years of experience guy will be compared with 3 years of experience guy with AI. If you say that I'm a beginner in the AI, means I do use AI just in for the chatting purpose, I chat with that, get response, chat with that, get response, this is fine, but it will not take you ahead. So you need to start telling that I use AI, I build agents, I do all the stuff, I automate my work. All these things you need to learn and put it and quote in your interview. This will increase your probability. If somebody says that I use AI but still I prefer a manual coding, then you don't have any chance. One thing which I realize is, every next guy, every interviewer nowadays interested to hear what you are doing in AI. So always tell what you did in the AI field. What are things, what are projects you are doing. In case you don't have scope in your current project, then you can do it on your own, right, for learning purpose. Code that project, what you are doing, how you are leveraging AI and increasing your productivity. That's what the interviewer guys wants to hear. So give them that food. Next point is actually very severe. It's a gap between a experienced guy versus a leadership guy. So what I mean by this, people are not able to understand. If you have a 10 years of experience, right, most of the people are confused for what designation they should look for a job. They are thinking, should I look for an individual contributor role or should I look for a leadership kind of a role? They are confused here, right? They are confused here. They don't understand. And this is a real dilemma. So you need to sort it out on your own. This is, you need to target one of the position. Most of the people regret that they quoted themselves as an individual contributor, but the next guy was expecting a leadership kind of position. so they lost the opportunity. So get the understanding what the JD is looking for, and accordingly, if you have an interest, then opt for it, right? Next point, which is actually not applicable for everybody, but everybody nowadays, all the companies wanted immediate joiner. I don't know, but in 2026, many companies become impatient. They wanted people who can join within a weeks, within 15 days. So if you are in the company which has a 90 days or a 60 days of notice period, you are mostly ignored. You are even not, your resume is even not fit to ATS. That is the biggest insult, right? So that is the thing. So you need to sell it out on your own. How you will handle it, that we can discuss later. But this is a real challenge which many people ignore. And the next challenge is, which is the 10th one, is why you are looking for the job change, or why are you leaving. Many people doesn't have answer to this question. They doesn't have a reasons. So you should have a strong reason for this. If you are interested to know what kind of reasons you can give, we can make a video on it. You comment in the video if you want it. I can send you some reasons which are very powerful, right? So this is something which you need to prepare on your own. So what are the reasons why you are leaving? So it should not be like, I don't like the current work, I have some, my manager is not good. So all such things will not work out. So you need to have a real reasons, real and genuine reasons which other people will believe at first glance only. So you should have that kind of compelling reason. So start preparing for that from your first day. So these are some of the mistakes or some of the things which the experienced people, the experienced developers do, which make them not get hired in 2026.